The Siskin legacy began more than 60 years ago with a single promise. Garrison Siskin promised God he would spend the rest of his life helping people who couldn't help themselves if only he made a full recovery from a life-threatening accident. Taking on his brother's promise as his own, Mose Siskin epitomized the meaning of the word family, and the two brothers worked side by side to fulfill their promise and make a dream come true. Today, the Siskin Hospital family continues to live out that promise, helping to provide hope and change lives every single day. Their deep-rooted commitment to make a difference for people when they need it most is realized through their caring staff, progressive programs, and state-of-the-art equipment as countless mothers, fathers, children, family, and friends leave Siskin Hospital able to walk, talk, and live independently again, leaving behind their fears of "I can't," and carrying with them instead the reverberating echo of "Yes, I can." As a wife and mother of two young boys, Mary Lewis should have been looking forward to a Christmas spent with family, but she was struggling to walk, losing her balance, and choking when she tried to eat. As her symptoms became progressively worse, Mary's family took her to the emergency room, where she was diagnosed with a brain tumor 3 days before Christmas.
It was fading away every day. At that point, it was every day I could do. Less than the day before, my legs felt like lead. I was choking more. I couldn't hardly eat or speak.
That following Monday, it was the Monday before Christmas, so we thought we better take her to the emergency room and get her looked at then, because we knew Christmas would be a bad time. And that's when they took her in, scanned her, and found the brain tumor at that point.
After diagnosis, Mary was referred to a neurosurgeon in Memphis who performed the delicate surgery. After 3 weeks, she came to Siskin Hospital.
Because of the location of the tumor, and when they had removed it, her entire right side of her body was paralyzed when she woke up. So she was unable to basically even move herself, to sit up out of bed, to get up unassisted. So everything was a struggle for sure. So we knew we had a long road ahead of us at that point. She was adamant that Siskin Hospital was where she was going.
Motivated to return to her family as soon as possible, Mary made remarkable progress with the help of the caring staff at Siskin Hospital.
My family was my main motivation. I wanted to go home and play with my kids, get on the floor and play with them, and be a mom, cook, clean the house, wash clothes, simple things. And I remember simple exercises like picking up books from the floor really helped me. It was neat seeing all the patients that came in. They gave me hope. I think we all gave each other hope. And the therapists, everyone was wonderful. We all worked together.
It was amazing. I mean, within a few weeks, she was pretty much almost normal. You know, we had myself and 2 kids at home. We couldn't help her get better. So Siskin Hospital was able to do that for her, you know, and let us kind of get my wife and their mom back.
I felt very happy, and I felt all my worries went away because I knew that she was okay.
Thanks to the care she received at Siskin Hospital, this Christmas was extra joyful for Mary and her family. Today, she's back at work part-time and enjoying life's little pleasures with her family.
I just want my hugs and kisses from my family. That's all I want. I love hugs.
Alan Cate thought he was coming down with a cold when his symptoms first began, but when he developed numbness in his feet and was unable to grip a pencil, he knew something was seriously wrong. A trip to the emergency room revealed that Alan had Guillain-Barre syndrome, a rare disorder in which the body's immune system attacks the nervous system. In 7 short hours, Alan was completely paralyzed and couldn't even open his eyes.
It's a life-changing. I mean, one day I go to work and my husband's standing upright, it's just normal. And within a day, your whole life has changed.
Despite his inability to open his eyes or move, Alan was still conscious, able to hear others, yet unable to respond. He was suffering from a rare neurological disorder called locked-in syndrome.
So then we started playing music, things in his ICU room, because he was in there. He says he remembers hearing us talk, and how upset we were. But we stayed there for like 30 days almost.
I couldn't figure out what was going on, I couldn't even move. I couldn't even move my eyes, but I could hear. And so I kept listening and listening. And finally, I understood what it was.
It was devastating at first, and we coped. For 8 months, we spent every minute. He was never alone. And my daughter and son, we spent every minute there.
Alan and his wife Cheryl knew they had a long journey ahead of them. Alan eventually opened his eyes, but was still completely paralyzed. They knew Alan's recovery depended on getting aggressive therapy and that Siskin Hospital was the place they needed to be.
You have no idea what despair is. But they started therapy that morning. It wasn't next week or anything. When she said, "You're at Siskin Hospital to do rehabilitation on you, and it starts now." And there are no other facilities like Siskin Hospital. And with this disease, if you don't use those muscles, they deteriorate, so. And I remember the first time my daughter and I looked at the website here, there was a little section where you treated Guillain-Barre patients.
Working with skilled inpatient therapists, sometimes 4 or 5 at a time, Alan used a variety of machines, including an auto-ambulator, a sophisticated treadmill that Superman actor Christopher Reeve used as part of his therapy.
They strap you in, and you actually walk. It stands you up erect, and then you walk. Legs move, arm, everything.
They teased him about being Lazarus, laying flat.
If I hadn't come to Siskin Hospital, then I'd be in probably an old age home, stretched out in a bed, if I was still alive, and not being able to do anything but talk.
Remarkably, a few short weeks later, Alan was discharged as a Siskin Hospital inpatient and left in a wheelchair. However, he continued to receive therapy at Siskin Hospital's outpatient pavilion 3 times a week. There, he began the transition from wheelchair to walker.
I could put my elbows on this walker and then strap my hand, and I could walk. Beats a wheelchair.
Carolyn said, "We want to give him back to you, and we want to send him home in better shape than he came here."
Alan completed his outpatient therapy and continued to make progress at Siskin Hospital's fitness center, where he worked out several times a week. Even though his official therapy was over, his therapist still checked up on him, making note of his progress. This encouragement and the use of the state-of-the-art facility and its equipment allowed Alan to continue to make tremendous strides. Today, he's walking, caring for himself, taking family vacations, and once again enjoying his retirement years.
You retire, you think you're going to have the rest of your days to play with the grandchildren, do whatever you want to do. And then one day you wake up and it's not like that. We're just so thankful that Siskin is here in our town. So fortunate. People just have no idea what this institution can do.
Siskin Hospital gave me back my life. That's for real. My family and my life. And I really appreciate it. Because that's about all I've got. That's all I want. I want just my family and my grandbabies. That's all I need.